Have you noticed that your erection is always weaker in the morning, even though your body should naturally be at its strongest? As a doctor who works with senior men every day, I can tell you that this doesn't happen because you are too old. It happens because your body wakes up in a state that blocks circulation to the area that matters most. Overnight, you lose water, your blood thickens, your pelvic arteries tighten, and your lower abdomen becomes slightly tense. All of this reduces blood flow to the penis at the exact moment you need it most. That is why a simple 5-second drink, taken right after waking, can dramatically change how fast your circulation reaches the erectile tissue. It works because it reverses the three biggest barriers older men face in the morning: dehydration, arterial stiffness, and endothelial sluggishness. When you combine hydration with a mild natural acid, your blood becomes more fluid, your vessels begin to relax, and your pelvic region receives the signal to open up. Most men are shocked at how quickly their body responds when they give their circulation the right conditions. This drink is not a stimulant. It is not a supplement. It is a physiological reset designed specifically for the morning state of the senior body. When taken correctly, it primes the arteries, activates nitric oxide release, and reduces the internal tension that stops the erection from forming. Many men feel warmth in the lower abdomen within minutes, a sign the blood is finally moving the way it should. Before we move forward, make sure you are subscribed to the channel so you do not miss the next steps. If this explanation is already helping you understand your body better, leave a like and comment the word drink so I know you are paying attention to every detail. To understand why this simple drink works so well for men over 60, you first need to understand what happens inside your body after a full night of sleep. Most senior men wake up in a state that makes strong blood flow almost impossible. During the night, your body gradually becomes dehydrated. You are not drinking water, but you continue to lose fluid through breathing and perspiration. This causes your blood to thicken, and thicker blood moves more slowly through the small pelvic arteries that supply the penis. A slow-moving bloodstream cannot create the pressure required for a firm erection. Another major issue is arterial stiffness. After 60, the vessels responsible for carrying blood down there tend to lose their elasticity. Overnight, when the body is still and the temperature drops, these arteries tighten even more. The result is a narrowed pathway that restricts circulation at the exact moment your erectile chambers need fast delivery. Without the ability to widen quickly, the erection reflex becomes slow, weak, or completely absent. The third problem is endothelial slowdown. The endothelium is the thin inner lining of your blood vessels, responsible for releasing nitric oxide, the molecule that tells your arteries to open. In older men, this release becomes sluggish, especially in the morning when oxygen levels are low and circulation has been slow for several hours. Without a proper nitric oxide signal, even healthy arteries cannot deliver enough blood to the penis. Finally, many senior men wake up with subtle pelvic floor tension. Years of sitting, poor posture, prostate pressure, and mild inflammation cause these muscles to tighten involuntarily. A tight pelvic floor compresses the very vessels that need to open. This is one of the most overlooked causes of weak morning erections, yet one of the most common. When dehydration, stiff arteries, sluggish endothelial function, and pelvic tension combine, the result is predictable: slow blood flow, reduced pressure, and a penis that simply cannot respond. The 5-second drink addresses these issues simultaneously, which is why it works so quickly for older men. The drink itself is simple, but its effect is powerful because it targets the exact weaknesses that develop in the male body after 60. When taken immediately after waking, it restores hydration, stimulates the endothelial lining, and softens the arteries responsible for sending blood to the penis. All you need is a small glass of warm water with a light squeeze of lemon. The warmth helps relax the vascular walls, the water thins the blood and improves circulation speed, and the mild acidity of the lemon activates nitric oxide pathways that become sluggish with age. This combination wakes up the pelvic circulation far more effectively than cold water or plain room temperature fluid. Warm water alone has been shown to widen blood vessels in the lower abdomen by reducing internal tension and helping the pelvic region shift from a constricted state to a more relaxed and open condition. When your arteries soften even slightly, the erectile chambers receive blood with less resistance. The lemon, even in very small amounts, provides a gentle stimulus to the endothelium, encouraging it to release nitric oxide more quickly. Older men often lack this morning nitric oxide surge, which explains why the drink tends to produce noticeable results in such a short time. Another important aspect of this drink is that it changes your internal chemistry almost immediately. Dehydration thickens the blood, but hydration thins it. Thick blood cannot enter the small penile arteries efficiently, while thin blood moves faster and builds pressure more effectively. This is one of the reasons some senior men feel a warm spreading sensation within minutes of drinking it. The drink is not a miracle or a shortcut. It is a physiological trigger, one that works with the natural systems your body still has, but no longer activates on its own. When combined with the right breathing and posture habits, it becomes one of the simplest and most effective morning tools for improving erectile circulation in men over 60. To get the full benefit from this 5-second drink, you need to prepare and take it the right way. Small details make a big difference, especially in senior men whose arteries are less elastic and whose circulation responds more slowly. Start by warming the water to a gentle temperature, comfortable, not hot. Warm water relaxes the smooth muscle inside the vascular walls, allowing them to widen more easily. Cold water, on the other hand, causes the arteries to tighten, which is the opposite of what your erectile tissue needs first thing in the morning. Once the water is warm, squeeze just a small amount of lemon into it. You do not need much. A few drops are enough to stimulate your endothelial lining and activate nitric oxide release. Too much acidity can irritate the stomach, but the right amount provides a natural signal that encourages blood flow. This drink should be taken slowly, not in a single gulp. Sip it gently and let the warmth spread through your chest and down into your abdomen. That warmth is a sign that the arteries are responding. Your posture while drinking also matters. Stand upright, keep your shoulders relaxed, and avoid slouching. A collapsed or compressed posture restricts the diaphragm and reduces oxygen flow to the lower abdomen. When you stand tall and breathe deeply, you help reduce pelvic tension and allow the arteries supplying the penis to open more effectively. For many men, this simple adjustment noticeably amplifies the drink's effect. After finishing, remain standing for at least 30 seconds. This prevents the blood flow you just activated from being immediately restricted by sitting. Senior men often sabotage their circulation by drinking something beneficial and then sitting down too quickly, which compresses the pelvic floor and tightens the surrounding muscles. Staying upright gives your arteries time to stay open and lets the improved blood movement reach the erectile chambers. These small, precise steps turn a simple drink into a powerful circulation boosting tool, helping blood travel more freely down there and setting the stage for stronger, faster erections throughout the day. When senior men start using this drink correctly, the first changes in circulation often appear much sooner than expected. These early sensations are not random, they are clear physiological signs that your arteries are opening and that blood is finally reaching the erectile tissue with more speed and pressure. One of the earliest signals is a warm, spreading feeling in the lower abdomen. This warmth occurs because the pelvic arteries begin to relax and allow more blood to pass through. Many men have forgotten what natural pelvic warmth feels like, because the area has been tight and underoxygenated for years. Another early effect is a sense of weight or fullness in the penis, even when you are not stimulated. This feeling is a direct result of the erectile chambers beginning to relax. When the smooth muscle inside them softens, the tissue becomes more receptive to blood flow, and the penis naturally starts to feel heavier. Some men describe it as a gentle pressure or a returning sense of presence that they haven't felt in a long time. You may also notice a subtle pulsing sensation in the pelvic region. This is a good sign. It means your circulation is moving with greater speed and that the arteries are becoming more responsive. That pulsing is the body's natural way of increasing pressure in the area, something essential for strong erections. Another important early sign is the gradual return of morning firmness. It may start faintly or inconsistently, but even a small improvement means the nitric oxide pathway is waking up again. Some men experience a faster erection response during stimulation. Erections that once took long minutes to appear may start forming more quickly as the pelvic nerves regain sensitivity and the arteries open with less resistance. You may also feel that the lower abdomen becomes less tense throughout the morning, which indicates that the pelvic floor is relaxing, a crucial step for allowing more blood to reach the penis. These sensations show that the drink is not just hydrating you, it is restoring the basic physiological conditions necessary for a firm, reliable erection. Each sign is evidence that your body is shifting back into a state where it can finally respond again. Even though this drink is one of the simplest and fastest ways for senior men to improve circulation down there, certain morning habits can completely cancel its effect. These mistakes are extremely common, and most men make them without realizing they are blocking the very blood flow they are trying to restore. One of the biggest problems is drinking coffee too early, especially right after the drink. Coffee on an empty stomach triggers a strong cortisol response, and cortisol tightens blood vessels. This means your arteries close at the exact moment you need them open. For men over 60, this single habit can undo all the benefits of the morning drink in seconds. Another frequent mistake is eating sugar immediately afterward. Pastries, sweetened coffee drinks, juice, cereal, or even white bread spike inflammation in the endothelial lining, the thin inner surface of your arteries responsible for releasing nitric oxide. When the endothelium becomes irritated, it stops sending the open now signal to the arteries. Sugar stiffens your vessels at the moment they should be expanding, reversing the progress the drink creates. This is one of the main reasons older men see inconsistent results despite doing the right things. Sitting too soon is another major issue. Many men take the drink, feel the warmth begin to spread, and then sit down to check the news or use their phone. Sitting compresses the pelvic floor and the very vessels that need to remain open. This compression blocks the flow of blood toward the penis and increases tension in the lower abdomen. The drink starts improving circulation, but sitting immediately shuts it down again. Another hidden problem is holding tension in the chest or abdomen. When men are stressed or tired, they unconsciously tighten the upper body and breathe shallowly. This limits diaphragm movement, reduces oxygen intake, and increases internal pressure, all of which restrict blood flow to the pelvic area. Finally, starting the day dehydrated will always counteract the drink's benefits. Thick blood cannot move easily through the arteries that feed the penis. Even the right drink loses effectiveness if the body is still lacking water. These mistakes are small, but their impact is enormous. Avoiding them is essential if you want the drink to deliver consistent, powerful circulation improvements and set the foundation for stronger, faster erections throughout the morning. To make the benefits of this 5-second drink last longer and support stronger erections throughout the day, you need to combine it with 2 simple steps that reinforce everything the drink is trying to create in your circulation. These steps do not require exercise, supplements, or effort. They only require consistency, and for senior men, consistency is what restores vascular responsiveness. The first step is to stay lightly active for about a minute after finishing the drink. This does not mean working out. It means simply walking slowly through your home, stretching your hips, or shifting your weight from one leg to the other. Light movement keeps the pelvic arteries open and prevents immediate compression of the blood vessels feeding the penis. Sitting too soon collapses this pathway and stops the blood from traveling downward, so remaining upright is essential. The second step is choosing a breakfast that protects your blood vessels instead of inflaming them. A meal high in sugar or processed ingredients stiffens your arteries, irritates your endothelial lining, and blocks nitric oxide, the very molecule responsible for opening the vessels. A simple breakfast with protein, healthy fats, or low-inflammation foods keeps your arteries flexible and receptive to the circulation boost the drink creates. Finally, maintaining hydration across the morning ensures that your blood remains fluid enough to reach the erectile chambers quickly. Even mild dehydration reduces blood speed, which weakens erection response. When these steps work together, light movement, low inflammation breakfast, and steady hydration, they create the ideal internal environment for pelvic circulation. This is what allows the drink to transform from a quick boost into a powerful daily tool that genuinely improves erection strength in men over 60. If you stayed with me until the end of this video, it shows that you are truly committed to improving your circulation, your health, and your erection in a natural and intelligent way. Before you leave, take a moment to check whether you are already subscribed to the channel. That is the only way to make sure you do not miss the next steps and the next guidance I will share. If you watched all the way through, comment the word circulation so I know you are part of the group that pays attention to every detail. And do not forget to like this video. Your support helps this medical information reach more senior men who truly need clear, science-based advice to restore their sexual health. Now go ahead and watch the next video that is appearing on your screen. It continues exactly from where this one stops and gives you the next essential step for improving blood flow down there.